Okay, this week's Whiteboard Wednesday, we're going to talk about best practices in page titles, in domain URLs, meta descriptions, and how that is represented in search results. So one of the best formulas for ranking a local business in a particular area for a particular service, the formula is their key phrase plus the location and then their brand name in that order. And we want to keep those within a 60-character max limit. And reason being is Google has a 70-character max limit before they tell you in Google Webmaster Tools that, hey, your page title is too long. So you can use up to 70 characters. But what happens is when you have a lot of capital letters, like a capital K or a capital P, an L, a B, the actual pixel width of that character is much larger than a capital I or a lowercase L or something like that. So you could probably fit 100 lowercase L's in here before it would get truncated in search results. So even though the true limit is 70 characters, we want a good number to go off of is about 60 characters width so that it's a good experience in search results. It won't get truncated. And the key phrase being on the far left is important because there's more weight to the left side of the page title. So we want to get the phrase we're trying to rank for as far left as possible, then talk about the location we're servicing, and if there's room, put in the brand name or the company name. Oftentimes you don't have enough characters for that, so you just omit their brand name, and hopefully they'll click to your website and they're going to figure out who you are. So it's less important to say who you are in your page title. More important to get the key phrase in there, the location you're trying to service, and that's best practice for ranking a page for a specific service you offer in a location. Likewise, in your domain name should really be your brand name, whatever it is. I don't really focus on having a domain name that says bestblackshoesonsale.com. There's actually an algorithm out there where there's an exact match domain algorithm, and if you have too much of an exact match to a key phrase, they'll actually give you a penalty for it. So you really want to focus on your brand name for your domain name, and then your landing page should also have your key phrase and your location in it. And so that'll kind of help support what you're trying to do with your page title and the content you're trying to deliver on your website. Your meta description, they say the meta description doesn't have a ranking factor. I think it does. But really what the meta description is intended to do is to encourage the users to click on your search result. So you've got about 150 characters to encourage them to click on your link over the next one. And best practice is to have it over 50 characters because you'll have too short of a meta description, and Webmaster Tools will tell you that, and not go over 150 characters, or Google Webmaster Tools will tell you that you're going over your character limit. Another best practice is to include your phone number. So oftentimes people they want to move real quickly. So if your phone number is actually displayed right in search results, they can just go ahead and call you. There was a time when that actually was a hyperlink and you could click to call it. It doesn't work right now, but Google's always changing things, and so it's really cool when we shove the phone number in the meta description. You can literally tap on it and make a phone call. Your page title doesn't actually show on the web page. Your page title is what shows up in the browser's tab. And so we're trying to rank for them for a specific key phrase in a location. We only have a short amount of characters to get them to rank for that. Shows up in the tab. Then your H1 tag is more of a human version of your page title. You have more room to talk about what this page is about and do it in sentence form. So you don't have to have it be so much like a formula. You can actually discuss it in sentence form. And what will end up happening is Google really wants to deliver the best search result based on what they're searching for. So if they might, a web page might rank for several different key phrases because the way your page is structured. So if you have a good page title, a good H1 tag, you can also have supporting topics. So your H2 tag should have a topic supporting the key phrase, content about that supporting that topic that you're discussing, maybe another H2 tag with another topic that's supporting this page's key phrase we're going after. And what will happen is in search results, if somebody types something in that is more relevant to your H2 tag, your H2 tag will actually become the search result title. And it'll pull the content from that paragraph and make that the meta description. And so I did an experiment back in 2012 on Moz. It got published on Moz. It was really cool. And it still holds true to today, so 5 years later. And what I did is I tested multiple page titles on a web page, and I wanted to see what happens if you have 2 title tags or 2 meta descriptions. And I thought it would be more like a cascading style sheet where the last one would be the one that would apply. And the results showed that the very first title tag is what is going to, Google is going to pull from the page, and they completely ignore additional title tags or additional meta descriptions. And that might happen if you have a WordPress theme that maybe they put the title tag in a weird way, and maybe we install an SEO plugin and they're kind of conflicting with each other. Maybe it writes 2 page titles to the code. Or maybe we have multiple SEO plugins installed and they're kind of fighting with each other, writing multiple page titles. So it's really good for us to clean that up, make sure that we truly only have 1 page title and it's the one that we want to rank in Google. Same thing with meta descriptions. Sometimes you can end up with multiple meta descriptions and you can't figure out why the search results are showing something different. Then you have a conflicting plugin or something hard-coded that's replicating that. Google Search Console is what they're calling it now. They used to be Webmaster Tools. It has the HTML improvements menu, and it'll actually tell you, hey, you have duplicate meta descriptions, your meta descriptions are too long or too short. They have the same thing for page titles. You have short title tags or long title tags. So this is where we're kind of figuring out the character limits we have to work with. And we want to go off what Google is telling us to do and abide by those guidelines for best practice. So that's kind of today's Whiteboard Wednesday. The formula to rank a local business for a specific service is the key phrase we're going after, far to the left. Their location, if there's room, if you haven't hit the 60 character limit, include their brand name, include that same key phrase in the location in their landing page URL, and really kind of sell that page in your meta description. Keep it under 50 characters, or over 50 characters, under 150 characters, and if you can, shove that phone number in there. All right, that concludes today's Whiteboard Wednesday.